Y'all, my parents are officially in town.
You didn't listen. And you let her get away with murder. You fired. Little pussycat. You've had enough. Oh, oops. Oops. Oh, my.
This is the best shirt yet. Tell them. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. This is part 3. I forgot to intro this. This is weeks 10 through 12. If we have not met yet, Aurelia Michael Holmgren here. Adam Holmgren here. And we are currently in the first trimester of my pregnancy. I am 39 years old. I'll be 40. Damn. Mind your business. In September. I washed my hair today, so my locks are doing what they do, and I live for it. My parents are currently in town. So tomorrow, we're going to be recording an episode with them, asking them some questions, giving us some insight in their 40 years of having a kid and 35 of being married. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't make a girl big. Okay, let's jump into this week. Good morning, peeps. We are currently, today is a Tuesday, 10 weeks, 3 days pregnant, and baby is the size of a strawberry. Precious. I'm struggling, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. No cap. If you don't know what that means, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Your girl is struggling. Now, I had body dysmorphia post-show for about 6 months after my 4 years of bodybuilding. Because I knew that it wasn't really that healthy just to continue trying to diet hard while trying to become pregnant, right? So I was still dieting-ish. Like, my friends and I did this crazy 10-day no carbs, which worked great. I lost 5 pounds in like 2 weeks or something crazy. 3 weeks, I don't remember. But now that I am pregnant and dieting pretty much goes out the door, which I guess I kind of am still dieting because I can only eat when I can eat. Like, this is crazy. And I don't even know how to explain this to people that have not been pregnant. Like, there's been times when I don't want to eat, like I don't feel like it, or I'm not hungry. But it's like literally the thought of a food that I loved yesterday makes me nauseous today. Just the thought of it makes me nauseous, which is wild. But that's not why we're struggling here, ladies and gentlemen. That I can deal with. What we're struggling with are my friends commenting on my body. Now, hear me out. No one is doing anything intentionally. No one's trying to hurt my feelings. No one's throwing shade or jabs. But, okay, we're not going to fit in that spot, and we're not going to try. But the few people that have seen me in person and have come to see my show, or have seen video of me at the end of my show, the bows, have commented on how they've noticed my gut. And it's just making me feel really unattractive right now. Now, not that I wear the tightest, most revealing clothes anyway, so it's not like, oh, I just miss having the girls out and the belly out. I don't. But I don't know, it almost makes me feel like, not that people see me differently, but I think it's my ego in being associated with being someone very fit conscious to now look like someone not fit conscious because I'm in like the bloat stage, because I'm only 128.9 pounds. I was maybe 124, 125 when I found out I was pregnant. So it's not like I've put on 15 pounds or anything, but I think it's just my ego wrestling with the identity of being such a fit, focused person to now not be seen as that by the world, that 95% don't even know, 99% don't even know what's happening. I'm struggling. And even when Adam's like, oh, you look so good, you're so beautiful, you're so cute, I'm just like, thanks. Thanks. I roll. So now I've been trying to tell people before they come into the show, because and I think that's it too. Like all my in-person, and if you're watching this and you saw me in person, like I said, it's no shade, y'all know me. The in-person reactions have been very underwhelming, surprisingly. And I don't know if it's because a lot of them were at the theater and they know people don't know, so they want to be more reserved. But the best reactions have all been on FaceTime. And I'm going to make a video about this, about like why, when, and how to tell people. But yeah, your girl's ego is bruised right now real bad. And I need to sit and journal and get this together, because I'm the problem. It's nobody else. They're just making an observation, a correct observation, and now they know why, but doesn't make me feel any hotter. I feel hungover. I am energetically hungover. I am so tired. Yesterday wore me completely out. I mean, I'm so glad I got to see my best friend and her husband and the kids, and really just so my parents could spend time with them, because I don't live far from them. But baby, my social battery yesterday was through the floor. And then just when I thought I was going to take a nap, I realized I had a voiceover client, which went great. I was trying not to yawn the whole time. And then from there, I went to dinner, which was incredible. I'll put a video of my food. Oh my goodness, delish. But I also ate too much in too short a setting, and I was up all throughout the night. Distended stomach, bloated, and I could not sleep. It was horrible. Oh, and now we're up at 7:30 in the morning getting I had my physical therapy appointment. I'm tired, boss. I am tired, boss, but we're here. And I've been waiting all this time. Thank you, lady. The people at, of course, Kaiser are so nice. So they make the morning pleasant. But here's what I want to talk about, y'all. And honestly, this is part of why I had thought about not vlogging and thought about not creating content around my pregnancy. Because, and once again, disclaimer, if you're watching this and you've done this, or you think I'm talking about you, whatever, I probably am, but it's no shade. It's just my process. I already feel like people are pushing their not pushing their excitement on me. I don't care if people are really excited for me. I think that is awesome. Like, I don't care as in I'm not upset about it, but it almost starts to feel like people are projecting their excitement onto me and wanting me to be as excited as they are. Like, of course I'm excited about someone else's kid. It's not my kid. I don't have to have a kid. You know, even if I have kids, it's like, it's not another one of my kids. Like, of course I'm excited for somebody, and I am excited, but I'm like, I don't think I'm the excited that people want me to be, even though I'm like, but y'all know me. Like, I'm pretty even about much of life, most things in life. And like, I was just telling my physical therapist that I know that I know part of my purpose on earth from my creator is to create, but I have so many other purposes in life, and I never felt like my sole purpose or number one purpose on earth was to to be a mother, and I still don't feel that way. I'm going to be a great mom. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have a good time. But then go ahead and slay me in the comments if you need to. Make yourself feel good. But like, the only way my child can come first is the same thing I say to parents that I coach. The only way to truly have your child come first is to make sure you come first. And I want my child to see that as an example. I want them to see that I can still live my life with them in it. Because I want them to feel that they don't have to quit their dreams or their life is over once they have a child. Like, I just don't think in 2025 that's where we need to be. Like, that, I don't think that needs to, or ever needed to be the message. Not, especially now that we have so, you know, especially for women, so much more access and opportunity than our parents had, than our grandparents had, than our great-grandparents had. I don't think it's like you have a kid and your life gets cut off. Now, obviously, things change. We can go to the gym for 3-4 hours and leave Pepper in the room. You can't do that with a baby. Understood. Heard. Things will, of course, change. But even my friends that were like, once you have a kid or once you're pregnant, it'll soften you. Baby, I'm going to always be me. I've been me for 40 years. Of course, things about me will change, but my essence will remain the same. And maybe that just makes people uncomfortable. I don't know. Like, I love my friends that have just always dreamed of children and are like, oh, that's it. Like, they're the center. They're the focus. I think that is incredible. I love that for them. And I would never want to try to convince them, no, go do this while you... No. So I also, sorry, this like chin, that's gonna drive me crazy, but it's fine. Y'all probably just listening anyway, might not be watching, cleaning or something. I would never project that onto other people, so I don't need to project it onto me. So I just need to share that. It's not like annoying or anything, but like, I'm standing 10 toes down. Like, if you keep going, I'm so excited for you, I'm gonna say I love that for you. I appreciate that. But I'm not gonna be like, I know, I'm just, because that's not how I feel. That's not how I show excitement, one, for the most part. And yeah, I don't know. That's where I'm at. So my friends are like, so what do we talk about? I don't know. Let's talk about the same things we talked about before I was pregnant, because other than feeling queasy all day, nothing has changed yet. So anyway, that's my rant for today. I was just so exhausted yesterday. So when people just kept telling me how excited they were, I was like, it was just draining me. I was just tired.
The little one, my, God bless you. And blessings bestow upon you.
All right. We are 10, I was about to say 10 days. Lord have mercy on me. 10 weeks and 5 days. We are almost at 11 weeks. This thing is going fast, no? I mean, obviously you're watching this and 11 weeks happens in like 45 minutes, but I'm like, how? I was just 4 weeks yesterday. Anyway, today's topic, and it's funny because I was listening to the pregnancy podcast last night, and maybe I'll do a video on like all my favorite podcasts, YouTube channels, and books for pregnancy, and then ones I couldn't bang with. Last night's episode was on how to address unsolicited advice. The person had sent an email saying that they don't want to be confrontational. Not my problem. So I already was like, I hope they come in with some direct responses, because I don't mind. I'll confront anyone any day if it's going to bring peace to the situation. But some of the tips that the host said was like, just acknowledging, thanks so much for your input, or thank you so much for your thoughts. Appreciate it. And then if they keep going, it was like, thank you so much. I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed with so much information I'm receiving. I think I need a break or something like that, or like, I'm starting to feel a bit overwhelmed. The one that I did like was like, can we actually, because this is how direct I would be, could we actually switch the topic and not talk about the pregnancy? I need a break. And I already know that's going to be me, because I always hesitate before I think I sound like an a-hole. But like, I don't want to talk about it more than I want to talk about it, which is not much. I don't have much more to say than that. But what I'm recognizing is, like, I was thinking unsolicited advice, may come from strangers, or like, I don't have a big family, and no one in my family had kids. Did I tell y'all that? I have one like little like third cousin or something who's maybe 35 now. But my dad's the youngest male at 67, and I'm, other than her, the youngest female at 40. So no one had kids. So ain't nobody in my family coming at me about how to raise a kid. Point blank, period. But I realized that the unsolicited advice is going to come from my friends, because a good amount of them have kids, and there's a fair amount of them that had kids younger. So their kids is good and grown. So the episode last night already had me thinking about, like, not that I don't want people's advice, but sometimes people also try to give advice that to me is kind of common sense. Like, make sure you rest. Oh, I was about to say, make sure you're taking a prenatal. I did not take my prenatal today. I'll make sure I do that tonight. Remind Adam. People just want to be helpful, and I understand that. I really do. But I think also, if you're my friend, like, how I attack life. Every goal I've ever set, I have reached and surpassed. Even if I got to the goal and realized, oh, this is whack. God, why you let me do this? Oh, because I was hard pressed, and you was like, whatever, go ahead. So this would be no different. Will I have all the answers? No. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the unknown. I'm okay with messing up, whatever that means. So just want to encourage those out there who may be watching this and are even trying to conceive. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? People start their checklist of things. At the end of the day, you have to do what you feel is best for you. If you welcome unsolicited advice, like I tell y'all, go ahead and write comments out of every 15 comments, there might be a comment that I'm like, oh, that's good. So that's the whole point of social media. If I'm putting it on social media, I can't then be like, I could say don't give me unsolicited advice, but you do whatever you want, because you're watching my video and it's public and I keep the comments on. But I just want to encourage people who are trying to conceive, people who, haven't told many people yet. Like, that's why I've been telling people ever so slowly, because I need to assess everybody. Because if you tell 10 people in one day, you're going to be telling the same story 10 different times. And it starts to kind of the joy out of it, So I tell maybe 2 to 3 people. And I really have my list of people that I plan to tell before we announce it publicly. So just want to encourage y'all, lean into the confrontation. Be like, I appreciate it. I got it. If I need any more insight, advice, thoughts, comments, suggestions, feedback, I will reach out.
Hello, I'm Melanie Bassett. My name is Aurelia, and I play Pilar. I'm from the Boogie Down.
Woohoo! Hello there. It is officially week 11. 11 weeks and 1 day. Whoa. Crazy. I feel like it's going fast. I just feel like I just found out yesterday, and now we're almost out of the scurry first trimester. Today I'm feeling good. Still, that overall quease hasn't left, but my food aversions are much better. Like, the smell of certain foods still get me, but I'll still be able to eat them. I went to the farmer's market today to get some fresh strawberries, oranges, and apples. If you have had, once you have had farmer's market fruit, going back to the supermarket, you like, what in these strawberries suck. So I'm so glad I was able to sleep in this morning and still make it. Today is the last day of my show, Legally Blonde, in LA. And then we go to Minneapolis in June. But before that, I'm making a trip to New York City because I was invited to the Black Women on Broadway event. And it's a cocktail event, and they're honoring someone that's like big mama to me. So hold on, y'all, my parents calling. I think my dad butt dialed me. Anyway, so I am heading to New York for that from the 31st to the 3rd. And I tried on this outfit last night because, you know, I'm trying to make sure I can relax my belly during this event. And as soon as I show Adam, he said, please turn around and go take that off. He said I looked crazy, that it was too big. I'll put a picture here of what the model looked like. He hated it. So now I got to go back out and find another dress. So I might have to go to the mall next week, which is fine. I just, you know, once you start shopping online, you don't want to go back to going in person, but it's going to be what it's going to be. But yeah, so that's the 31st to the 6th. And then we're going to Minneapolis to do the show from the 6th to the 16th. I was debating on today telling the wardrobe supervisor, like the head person, that I'm pregnant, so that he knows he's probably going to have to take out some of those clothes by June 6th. But I'm not sure. We'll see. I might tell him on the way out, because he's the only one coming with us from wardrobe. So I think it'll be good to give him a heads up so he's not blindsided. But also, like, what if I don't put on that much by then and then I just told him for nothing? We'll see. I'll see how I feel today. And then I take a month off, and then I do In the Heights in Sacramento, mid-July to first week of August. And then that is it for your girl. She needs to sit down after that. So I'm looking forward to this summer. It's going to be so fun. I think I'm going to celebrate my birthday, like a trip in August, like during the second trimester, because that's when you apparently have like the most energy and stuff. So I don't want to wait until my birthday, because I can do something more low-key low for the 40th. Something else I wanted to tell y'all. I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have this sensitivity to... It was funny because I told y'all that I prefer telling people on FaceTime versus the phone versus in person, because all the in-person ones have immediately went to comments about my midsection or my legs or whatever. But then I did one on FaceTime, and I guess I was walking around with the phone. I was putting on my clothes and all this. And when I told them, they literally said the same thing. And I was like, I know people don't mean to be offensive, but could we celebrate first before we jump into, I had a feeling because of your midsection, which is like the most sensitive place for me. I was like, so it also made me realize I had a list of people to tell, and I was like, you know what? We're going to cut this list down. I think enough people know at this point. I have maybe like 3 other people to tell, other than my line sisters. I got to tell my line sisters, which is, there's 12 of them, so it's 13 of us. But 13 people knowing at once is a bit much for me, so I want to wait until I go to the second appointment, which is next week, which is when we find out the gender. I was also talking to my girl Chanel. I'm not sure if we're going to share the gender to anyone, or I know we're not going to share it publicly yet, because she actually made a good point about like a lot of people's projections and unsolicited advice coming from based on gender, particularly if we find out it's a girl. People have a lot of, I don't want to get into the whole thing, a lot about that, about raising girls and all that. And so I don't know if we're going to share the gender yet. And I definitely know we're not going to share names, because she was also making a point of like, what if you're so excited about a name and you tell people and they're like, that's cute, what made you choose that? And we don't have time for that. So just being a bit more private We will announce it the day after Adam's birthday, which I think will put me at maybe 18 or 19 weeks. I'm just ready to start showing, to be honest. This whole like in between. But it's cool because I edited my closet last night. Like every day I go to put on clothes, I put on a pair of jeans, and if they don't fit, I have a Tupperware and I'm just throwing things in the bin. I'm not stressing myself about it. I'm not trying to fit into it. The jeans I have on today, I had bought before I knew I was pregnant. They're a 6 and they're snug, but they're definitely still fitting. So would definitely rock these as long as I can. But I tried on some other bell bottoms this morning and they were not getting close to the belly button. So we just threw them in the bin, set it and forget it. I'm just ready for the belly to pop, pop, pop. Let's do the damn thing. And I'm excited for this last show. So cheers to 11 weeks. Let's do it. You guys, Adam is trying to stuff me with root beer floats. I'm trying to put on weight incrementally. You have nothing to say?
Huh?
You have nothing to say?
Yeah, how many scoops you want?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what he calls a pint.
It's not a gallon.
Okay, y'all, so tomorrow we find out the gender of the baby. And so I just called the cupcake place because I think I told y'all that they said you need to order it 24 hours in advance. So, of course, I called 24 hours in advance. But Alex at Susie Cakes, she's wonderful, Studio City, said, no, just come in, give us the envelope, step outside, 10 minutes, we'll infuse the cupcakes, you're good to go. I said, perfect. So we're going to go tomorrow at 12:30. All right, y'all, we're back at Kaiser. It's probably the only hospital I've ever been like, I don't cringe when I show up. I'm going to be taking I just decided to come now, the trisomy 21, 18, and 13. There are 3 different types of syndromes, one of them being Down syndrome, so testing for that. And then I'm going to go pick up, they want me to take like a baby aspirin starting week 12, which will be Saturday. So I want to get on that. So I'm going to go to the lab now, and then I'm going to go over to the pharmacy, see if I can grab all that and just be nice and prepared because they seem pretty fast with their results. So if I could get the results, as I said, before tomorrow's ultrasound, that would be amazing. So I would say prayers up, but by the time you see this, the results are already in. So I'm just gonna close my eyes and pray. Appreciate y'all. I walked in, they were ready for me. He said, let me give you the tube. I don't know why I thought he meant like a pee cup because I just went to the bathroom, but more blood. And if I didn't say this already, me and needles, but I'm trying to like change my mindset around it. Like this is what I need to do to ensure that everything is healthy and well. Oh, they calling me. Come on, Kaiser. You guys, I know I sound like I'm dating Mr. Kaiser and I'm really trying to hype him up, but I walked in 3 minutes ago, used the bathroom, got a number, picked up the tube. Come on, music. Come on, drama. We love it. Okay, hold on. Let's see what's going on. I got to do like my girl Shantae. She'll be catching the what's going on in the scenes. Come on, y'all. We love ambiance. Rate you and the crew.
Okay, so this isn't gonna be the waiting room, but just make sure that they do send that back.
All right, y'all, before I go to bed, I wanted to let y'all know what happened today. I was not emotionally ready to be on camera. So on our way out, we were already running late. And so I was annoyed about that. And I'm like, come on, babe, like, let's go. Because I know we have to find parking when we get there. So I was already in a mood. And then I felt like probably deep down, I was like, I want him to take this more serious. So I was like, just learn how to get to the damn hospital without needing the directions. You don't need to look up the directions. Make a right, make a right, make a right, get on the highway, make a right, and then make a left. So I'm sitting in the car or whatever, and then he ends up passing by the only entrance I know of. And so I'm like, you just missed the entrance. And then he's like, why didn't you tell me? And next thing you know, well, he's in a screaming match with himself, and it's kind of cute because he's Alaskan. So it's like, me. And I'm like, calm down. Like, why are you getting so hyped? So now we're both in a funky mood. And then we get into, there is a second entrance, we find out. We get into the parking lot. We have to park outside, all the way up at the top. Last spot. And so I'm even more annoyed now. So we go inside, I check in, we're sitting down. And then I'm like, this is not how I wanted to find out the sex of my baby today. This is not it. And so he apologizes before we go in, and I just start bawling, like ugly cry, quiet but ugly. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the first time the hormones have gotten a hold of me. Like, what if something's wrong with the baby? What if it's not moving? What if? And then this is the way we found out after we just got in a little tiff, whatever. And he's like, we're gonna be fine. It was just a moment. So we go in, and she's like, no video. But I'm like, okay, babe, try to get video. So he's pretending he's playing his game, which he was playing probably half of the time, but the other half he was getting little videos and stuff. And so the baby was moving and grooving, and I was like, I know it's the size of a strawberry, but the thing looked like it was ready to come out right now. We saw the brain, we saw everything. So then I was like, okay, so how do we find out the gender? Because I'd like you to write it down. We have this whole cupcake thing going. I'm going today. She was like, you don't find out the sex of the baby today. And I was like, what? That's what I thought this appointment was. And she was like, no, you find out at your second appointment, not your ultrasound. We don't consider this an appointment. So we're kind of bummed, mostly because we wanted cupcakes, but whatever. So we do that, and then I come out, and she's like, so when's your next appointment? I'm like, I don't have one yet. And she's like, that's not possible. They're always supposed to schedule you one ahead because it's every 4 weeks. So she finds out I'm right. They did not schedule me. So I know I've been hyping Kaiser. I'm like Biggie Smalls. I'm going to give them one more chance. But they were supposed to call me and give me another appointment. So now when I call, Dr. Fisher is not available. And I wanted to have the same doctor each time. So I got somebody else, whatever, in next week. I'm supposed to go in next week, and nobody told me. So, and I told you I took the NIPT test yesterday with they took the blood test yesterday. So she was like, that's when you find out. And I was like, well, how long does that take to come in? She was like, a week. I was like, okay, so I guess I'll find out at the next ultrasound, or prenatal appointment. So then I end up scheduling my doctor, but she's not available every time that I'm available because she's on vacation 1 week and this whole thing. But I'm able to schedule her a few times. So then I get an email that there's test results. And I'm like, wait, y'all told me it was going to be a week. I'm like, oh my gosh, there must be a syndrome that they have. Like, it's come in too quick. So Adam and I are like, well, we don't want to check it because then that's going to ruin everything. I called so many people. I called my best friend TJ, my best friend Britt, my friend Chanel. I called my best friend Jasmine. And then I just called my girl Sharon in North Carolina. She's in her bonnet, sitting with her man that I've never met. And I'm like, hey, sorry, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to check these results. Tell me if anything is wrong, but also don't tell me if there's a gender. Or tell me that it says the gender, but don't tell me. So I'm all like freaking out. I'm on my way to church. I probably shouldn't be texting and driving and videoing and driving, but I need to know. Like, I'm not going to be able to go into church for choir rehearsal and be okay. Child, come to find out, it was the results from the ultrasound I took today that I guess some other person like sits down and analyzes and checks like my abdominal area. Does everything look good? So that's all it was a recap, basically saying everything looks good. But they have me now slated at 12 weeks, 2 days, when I have 11 weeks, 4 days. So apparently this baby is big and bigger than it's supposed to be. So I don't know if that means it's a boy. I don't know what that means. But I guess when I go in for my next one, we'll decide, is it going to be due December 6th or December 1st? Like, your girl's trying to make sure she has a good Thanksgiving because my girl Keena always makes this Watergate salad. If you ain't never had it, it will change your life. And I'm trying to make sure I'm good and stuffed. On the 27th, take a few days and then do this thing. So that's what happened today.
I did not want to come on here. Like, I put a little video of me crying just so y'all could see, like, your girl was distraught. Today was not the day to learn anyway. So probably the next time I'll tap in, unless something crazy happens in the next few days, is when we go in next week, because I'm already at 30 minutes and I want to keep it within 40, and now we're at 35 and 55 seconds. So I'll be short moving forward. Okay, bye. Just when I was sick of Kaiser, Dr. Fisher emailed me and said, I saw you had your ultrasound today and everything looks great. I'm so happy you were able to come in and let me know if you have any questions. In which I told her no, but let me tell you, I'm frustrated because somebody was supposed to call me to set up my appointment, and now I can't get an appointment with you. But I'm signed up for you for June and July, and then I'm going to miss her in August, but I will see her in September. So, and she sent that message right now, which means she's at her computer at 10 o'clock at night. I love us. Well, she's back already. Same day as my ultrasound. Your girl could not sleep. I took a nap this afternoon, which I've done before, and successfully, but not this time. I done looked up NIPT tests, results, timing. I done looked up who throws a baby shower, when to throw it, week by week breakdown of what you should be doing up until pregnancy, until you have the baby. I done looked up prenatal and postpartum fitness coaches. I done looked up 529 plans and whether the parent should set them up or the grandparent. I just literally could not sleep and was just trying to find anything that could put me to sleep. So I was reading that stuff. Then I put on Headspace and was playing the guy that Andy normally put me to sleep right away. Y'all, I forgot this. I even tried to count down from 1,000. Usually I conk out somewhere in the early 900s, late 800s. I got all the way to 711 and I said, nope, this tactic ain't working. So I basically said, if I was planning to go to the gym at 7 anyway, which clearly was not going to happen because if I go to sleep, I'm not getting up. That's a patrol person. I was about to say, they got caught, but they didn't. I should go do that because there's nobody out here. I can either go to the gym at 5 o'clock right now, be done by 6:30, get home by 6:45, and be back in the bed at 7 and try to sleep till 10:30 when I have my prenatal yoga class. Oh my gosh, this was so illegal. None of what I just did was legal, but it's 5 in the morning. What you gonna do? Or try to sleep from 5 to 6:30 and get up and go to the gym. Absolutely was not gonna happen. So here I am going to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, and let's see how exhausted I'm gonna be for the rest of the day. I'm not gonna bore y'all with that, but just assume I was exhausted. What up, y'all? Okay, this is the last day of week 11. Tomorrow we head into 12. Even though at my ultrasound, I don't know if I said this, she said that it was on day 11 weeks, 4 days. It was giving 12 weeks, 2 days. The size of the baby. I said, oh, okay. So they also said estimated due date December 1st, but we're sticking with the 6th. So I'm like, okay. Somewhere in there it's going down. Today I'm heading to Universal Studios, my first time in North Hollywood, California. And I ended up telling my friend Cedric last night because he invited me and I wanted to make sure he knew I couldn't get on these rides. So I'm really here for the food and the entertainment because his roommate Derek dances there. So we going for free. Okay, save my $109. Period. So I'm in a good mood. So I just wanted to hop on here because I feel like sometimes I'll be talking to y'all and I'll be like this. So I also want y'all to see me when I'm up and I'm vibrant and I'm living. All right, y'all. I am at Susie Cakes picking up our gender reveal cupcake. Okay, boom. So here's how it happened. I was at Universal Studios at Waterworld exhibit, show, performance. And I get a call and I didn't answer. And then I get a call again. I'm like, okay, it might be automated from Kaiser because I checked the phone number. it was my OB. She was like, would you like to know the gender? And I was like, not right now, girl. Send me an email. And since I was already near Susie's Cakes, Susie Cakes, I just came in and ordered them. So instead of me having to order 4 for $25, they said I could just order 2. So they got me standing outside because I guess you can see into the kitchen and you can kind of see what they're grabbing. So I'm hoping these people don't screw it up and come out here and be like, here's your boy cakes. And be like, no, I could kill you. So I'll know in the next half hour. Ah! What's up, y'all? Excuse what's going on here. It's the end of the day. We are at 12 weeks, 1 day. I took the, hopefully I say this right, trisomy 21, 18, 13 blood test, which tests for all syndromes, including Down syndrome. And my doctor got back to me and everything is negative. Praise God. And she also told me the gender, but we're doing a gender reveal video. So I don't know which one's coming out first, so I'm not gonna share that here. But what I did want to share is something I discovered today, which apparently Adam discovered a long time ago. Do you guys see this line starting to... First of all, she's still trying to hold on to whatever kind of abdominal she had. She's still trying to... If you kind of squint, you see that? Okay, enough of that. But you can see the line starting to come down, and I'm like... Already? This is crazy. And here's pictures from, is this our last ultrasound? Boom. Oh my goodness, look. Model. Killing it. Boom. Bam. Photo shoot. Pose. And according to this, they were giving December 1st, even though we have December 6th. So we'll see if the date ends up changing. All right, I told y'all this video would not exceed 40 minutes and we're at 42. So I'm gonna end it here and we're just gonna consider 12.5 weeks the start of the second trimester. Thank y'all for watching. You already know what to do if you haven't done it by now. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You gotta like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't make your girl bad.